Are you guys ready to see how we framed our shipping container house?
So, let's get started.
I'm Duca.
And I'm Roberta.
And together we are building our own tiny shipping container house.
So, don't forget to subscribe
And to join us every Monday for a new episode. Time to do the puzzle. Let's put this puzzle together. It's gonna be a lot of work now. We have a lot of studs to cut into position.
You have.
Yeah. It's like a huge puzzle. That's cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get working. Well, it's time to work, but first, let's organize this mess. Much better. Now we can start working. By the way, this left pile I had cut to the length on the day before.
Well, talk about the day before. We forgot to mention that we also prepared the woods for the windows frame on the day before. So, let's start from the beginning. Now that we need to wait for this thing to dry, it's about time to start assembling the studs.
No, too fast. There's one more thing we didn't show. This is more wooden pieces.
Well, that's true.
Well, this is just a simple way we found to connect the studs to the brackets using some leftover wood that we had. So now back to the frame. Good. Now we need to do that one. This one is flat. Just so you guys understand, we're just cutting all the studs to size and locating them where they're gonna be. We're not screwing them on place yet because we still need to paint the second coat on the wooden frame and wait for it to dry, and then we can screw everything together. But it's on place, and we can keep, organizing stuff, and when the stain is dry, we can stop.
Hope tomorrow.
Hope tomorrow.
But the weather
Yes.
is
Yeah,
too
it's just
wet.
really, really rainy, and it's just really wet, and with the coat we gave of stain yesterday, it's just still wet.
So,
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. As you can tell, it's loose still. We didn't screw anything on place because, as we told you, we need to give a second coat on these pieces of wood. So we still need to give a second coat of stain on this wooden frame. That's what we're gonna do now. And then tomorrow, if the weather helps and this dries out, we can install the wooden frame and then we can screw everything in place. But it looks good.
yeah, got that. So let's paint.
Let's paint it. Dry, that's pretty good, eh?
Finally.
2 days to dry because the weather is just too humid. So now, next challenge, to finish the frames, to install the frames, and then to screw all the studs in place. So let's get working. Let's start from the kitchen window. I don't know if you guys remember, but you're gonna use this in order to screw that easier. Let's do it.
One frame is done and ready to be installed.
Let's try to put it in place. It's always tricky because we think fits, but you only know when you try in place.
So
Time to try in place. Slowly. Let's put the top first. What do you guys think?
That's pretty cool.
Huh?
So, next one.
Next. Time to fix one mistake. I mean, it's not a mistake, it's just something we needed to do. When, I don't know if you remember, but this wall was an empty space in the past because we cut a shipping container in half, so this wall didn't exist. When we built this wall on episode 4 of the season, I guess, or 3 or 4, we can leave here the link. We basically welded a plate of the shipping container on the top, one on the bottom, and 2 bars here to hold the windows, right? When we did that, we end up with a long window that actually is longer than it was supposed to be. Look at this.
So now we have a problem.
Yeah, when the plywood of the wall comes here, it's gonna be longer. I mean, like deeper than
The wall.
the wall. Like the window is gonna be deeper than the wall. So that means that this frame wouldn't fit, you know? We couldn't fit the frame here. So instead, we decided to change the design of this wooden box just on this part, and we are gonna do like it's this way. No, it's this way. We're gonna do like this.
But in the end,
I think it's gonna look good, and we fix the problem. I mean, it's a little bit different than it was supposed to be, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It looks good. Last one, this door. We are almost there. We are almost moving to the inside. We are, you know, counting the days to start building the walls and building the furniture. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
But we still have a few steps before we can do that. But finishing the whole framing, that's a huge...
the whole framing. We still have one little spot to finish framing.
When I say she's too honest, she's too honest. There is a small spot that we didn't frame around the entry door. You guys know the door is sick. We don't need to talk about that again.
But that's gonna be really quick.
Yeah, that's just a small spot.
For the rain to stop.
Yeah.
And then we can fix that.
But for now, we can consider that the whole house is framed. It's better like this, right?
Yeah, there is one spot that we didn't frame, but we won't frame.
Ooh, that's true. That's a quiz. Not a quiz, like a challenge for you guys. You guys need to pause the video now and remember the episode you just watched. If you remember where we didn't frame, we have like 1.2 meters gap that we didn't frame. And that was on purpose.
Where is that?
I'm not sure.
So pause the video and comment below. Now that you're back, let's tell them where is this spot.
Yeah, you probably, if you didn't remember, you can watch all over again. It's simple. Yeah, basically we didn't frame next to the kitchen window. On the left side of the kitchen window, there's another window, that's the bath window. And the reason for that is because we're gonna have a
cabin shower?
Yeah,
cabin
shower cabin. Yeah, shower cabin.
cabin.
Yeah, we're gonna have a shower cabin, and as we're gonna have like, you know, a fiberglass, like plywood with fiberglass shower cabin, there's no need for framing. All we've done is to weld 4 brackets on the shipping container
to hold the cabin
in place, and that's it.
Yeah. And some people are asking what's the distance between the studs and what's the width.
Yes, the distance between studs, it's 55 centimeters. Wait, don't say any bad things about us on the comment section below. We have a reason for 55. Usually people use 6 centimeters because most of the kinds of insulation comes in 6 centimeters. Not our case.
Yeah, and the sheet of drywall is 160?
I'm not sure, but I don't know the size of the sheet of drywall, but it's divided by 60. Yeah, if you divide by 60, it's better. In our case, the insulation has no measurements because it's behind of the frame, and we're gonna use plywood. And the plywood we buy comes in 2.2 meters. That means that if we divide by 4 spots, that's 4 times 55 centimeters. That's the reason why we have.
And we are using the 2 inches stud.
That's true. 2 inches stud, thick white. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, 4.8 centimeters stud.
Is the smallest one, so we can have more space inside the house.
That's true. And what else?
Other than that,
one thing to add. It was much easier
yeah.
than the first time we did the framing. We took like maybe 2 days to frame the entire half of the
And
house.
this was our second time framing. Imagine for someone who does
Yeah.
this
A professional must think we're slow, but we are proud of ourselves. That it's enough for us. Yeah, next week?
Next week, I don't know.
Yeah, next week.
We don't know.
It's
We
always...
are depending, we are relying on the weather. So
Yeah,
it's
we might fix the door, entry door. We
if
might...
it's not raining.
If it's not raining, we might, if it's not raining also, we might
Paint
paint
the-
the east side wall, outside
Plant
wall,
the trees.
so we can plant the trees
Or we might start building the ceiling panels.
for the side of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not sure, but make sure to come back next Monday, Brazilian time, 10 a.m. That means, I don't know.
Depends where
Depends
we
on
live.
where you are, but
Just subscribe to our channel so you can and click on the little bell
Yeah, there is
so
a
you
little
can
bell.
receive a notification wherever we post the video.
other than that,
That's it.
that's it. Yeah, we are rambling too much, and when we start rambling, that means it's time to go.
Yes.
See you guys next week. So, what do you guys think about our, astronaut space machine? Yeah, it's so cool. This shipping container, when we insulate and when we install the framing inside, looks like we're gonna go to the moon. That's pretty cool, eh? Yeah, I mean,
It's for the end, right?
I thought I was gonna start the episode like that. She didn't like the idea, so we're gonna use this in the end of the episode.